just make what you're good at. I guess like if you're good at making melodies, then just make a sample pack with like a lot of dope melodies. Like if you're good at making drums, just make some drums. I don't know, man. Just do whatever you're best at, and just make sure that your shit is like as good as possible.
One, two, yeah. Come on. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yes, sir, you are tuned in. This is for the SB1200, ASR 10s and NPC heroes. This is for the crate digging, loop getting, sound manipulators, the Fruity Loop reasoning machine innovators that pump the bass and frequently freak the kick in a stand till it slaps in your speakers. The sound providers that make sure the song is tight. Shout out to the producers, beats grinding live. Shout out to the producers, beats grinding live.
Welcome to the Beats Grinding Life podcast with your host Siren, a weekly interview podcast with inspiring music producers, where every week you will learn from a different music producer how to potentially take your music career to the next level.
Today's episode of Beats Grinding Life is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audio download and 30-day free trial at beatsbooks.com. Over 180,000 titles to choose from on your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Some recommended readings by past Beats Grinding Life guests like 48 Laws of Power, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, The Secret, Tools of Titans, and The Song Machine are all available with Audible. Once again, go to beatsbooks.com to get your free book. What's up, Beat Grinders? This is another episode of Beats Grinding Life. I'm your host, Siren Beats, and with us today we have Shroom.
Yeah, yo, what up? What up?
Shroom is a music producer and audio engineer from Amsterdam, the Netherlands. He is an SAE graduate that has not let his location stifle his career. He has worked with some industry legends like Mobb Deep, Styles P, Pusha T, Sheek Louch, Jadakiss, Tang Clan members Ghostface Killah, Shyheim, Cappadonna, and the list goes on. Shroom is also known for his high-quality sample libraries that you can find on producedbyshroom.com. Yo, Shroom, what up, man? How you doing?
What up, man? I'm good, man. How about you?
Oh, man, I'm great, man. Great to have you up on here. Finally, man. There are some technical difficulties, man, but thank you for sticking it out, man, and getting this interview in with us, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate being here, man.
Dope, man. Dope. Okay. All right, man. Well, I read a brief intro on you, man. If you can just expand on that and let the beat grinders know a little bit more about who you are, man, that'd be great.
Well, I think you said it all, man.
Okay.
I mean, I'm from Amsterdam. I work with a lot of artists that I look up to, and
nice.
I've been very blessed.
Indeed.
And I make sample libraries, and a lot of people like my samples. So,
indeed, man. Indeed. Man, that has to be a dream come true, man, to work with the people that you look up to, man.
Oh, yes, it is.
Nice. And like I was telling you, man, the way I found out about you is through Focus, and he was bigging you up on your sample library.
That's what I do. Shout out to Focus.
Yeah, shout out Focus, man. That's what's up, man. All right, man. Well, here on Beats Grinding Life, man, we always want to know about the beginning, how it started out for you, man. And so you're no different, man. That's how we're going to start this interview. And I want to know, what made you want to get into hip-hop production? What made you want to get into music production?
Yeah, I started as a rapper.
Okay.
I wanted to rhyme, but I had nobody to make my beats. So that's why I started to make my own beats. Nice. And then I turned out to be better at making beats. So then I stopped the rhyming and just focused on making beats and production.
Okay, that's what's up. What was your rap name? Shroom?
Yep.
Okay. So if we go on the internet and we look for Shroom raps,
hopefully you don't find anything.
All right. Well, I'll leave that one alone then. Okay. So when you first started making your beats, man, what kind of equipment or software did you start off on?
I just had a computer and I used Reason.
Nice.
And then I started messing with Acid and Fruity Loops. and after a while, I went to SAE Institute, and that's where I started to work with Pro Tools.
Nice. Okay. So you dabbled in a little bit of everything as far as software goes.
Yeah. I just tried a couple different things and see what was best for me.
Nice. That's cool, man. That's probably the best thing to do instead of just sticking with one. I do know that some of these.
Well, now I do really stick with Pro Tools, but
right.
And in the beginning, I just figured out some different shit.
Yeah, man. When you're in the experimental phase, I do know that a lot of the software is pretty expensive, and it is hard to dabble here and there with stuff. But I'm sure you agree.
It's like download like demo versions and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Yeah. All right, man. Well, when you were coming up, man, and you talked about some of the artists that you worked with definitely influenced your music and your sound, but who were some of the producers that inspired you?
George Clinton, Rick Rubin, The RZA, Kanye West, Just Blaze, Bing.
Nice, man. Those are some legends right there, man, and a couple of them are ones that we haven't heard here on Beats Grind and Life, man. But that's awesome. That's a wide range right there. It's not just hip hop; it's funk as well. And so
also Curtis Mayfield, like he produced all his own stuff, and that was amazing too.
Nice, man. Yeah, amazing music right there, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's what's up, man. Can you tell us here on Beats Grind and Life, man? We're all about having a good time, sharing positive stories, but we're also about sharing some of the negative stories, man. We figure the failures and setbacks, that's what helps us grow to be better people and better producers. And so I want to know, man, if you can tell me a setback or a failure that you had coming up in this game that made you grow into a better producer, that you can share with us, so maybe we can take that experience and grow ourselves.
I don't know, man. Like a lot of rejection. Like at first, like still, man. Like I'm sending out beats to a lot of people and sending out samples to a lot of producers, and like most of the time, people don't use it or just don't respond. And that's been going on like forever. But sometimes you just catch a lucky break and.
Right, man. I mean, well, you are a very resilient and persistent person. I definitely saw that in your efforts to get this interview going. Is that what it takes? You just gotta stick with it and keep just sending stuff out and not tucking your tail and putting your head down.
That's what I believe. I don't know, man. I'm not where I want to be anyway. So, but like to get where I'm at right now. Like I never gave up.
Nice.
And I'm still not giving up. So
that's dope, man. That's dope. It sounds
like you definitely gotta be persistent.
Okay. Sounds like you have the proper mindset, man, to win.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully, man.
Okay, man. Well, was there a specific time or a specific was there a time that you sent something to somebody and you're just so pumped about, and you probably knew that they were going to use your work and they didn't?
Oh, that happens all the time. But like the one that was like the most fucked up to me was Eminem, because it was already like kind of far, and Paul Rosenberg loved it, and they said they were using it for the album, and then at the end of the day it didn't make it. So ooh
man, yeah, to get your hopes up like that, man.
Yeah,
that hurts, man.
Yeah, I knew for sure that it was gonna make the record when they said they liked it and they wanted to use it. So but it didn't happen. So
that would have been a huge placement, man. Would that have been
that would have been life changer, man.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that would have been life changing. Damn.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, let's hop to the other side of that, man. Let's talk about achievements. What would you consider your greatest achievement thus far?
I don't know. I think probably my Ghostface and Busta record.
Nice.
That was like my first like major placement, and like it happened kind of natural. Because I gave the beat to Sean Wiggs first. That's like Ghostface hype man, right hand man, and he had a song to it first.
Okay.
And then Ghost heard it, and he loved the joint, and he was like, yo, I want to use this for my album. And then he put Busta Rhymes on it, and it ended up on his album.
Wow, man.
And that was still when it was still on Def Jam, and L.A. Reid executive produced the album, so that was really good, man.
Yeah, man, for sure. Damn, that is a huge achievement, man.
Exactly.
What kind of doors did that open for you?
That opened like the relationship with Ghost, because now I'm like pretty cool with Ghost. Like I can say we're friends.
Oh.
And so that's how that came along. So
Okay.
after that, like Ghostface had a show out here in Amsterdam, and he was with Beretta 9, who I already knew, and then he introduced me to Ghost. He was like, "Yo, this is Shroom, and he makes beats." And then I was like, "Yeah, I made a beat for you too."
Nice.
He was like, "Yeah, which one?" So I told him about it. He was like, "Oh, cool, man. What you doing? You come on, roll with me." And then
Damn.
I started working more with him, and then I ended up on the Wu Block album.
Dope.
So then I went to another show in Germany, and that was Ghostface and Sheek Louch, and then Ghost introduced me to Sheek, and then I started working with Sheek. So
damn. So man, that opened numerous doors. That's what's up,
Yep.
man. That's tight,
Yep.
man. Okay, and it can still keep going too. Who knows what could happen? So.
exactly.
All right, man. Well, thank you for sharing that story, man. That's mad motivational, man. Just makes me just want to send my stuff out to everybody and try to foster some relationships, man. So that's what's
That's
up.
what you gotta do, man.
Right. Okay.
Like when I gave it to Sean Wiggs, it was actually at a show. I just waited like at the artist entrance at a show.
Nice.
And Ghost came out and his people, so I just gave it to Ghost. I gave Ghost a CD, because back then we were still like burning CDs. So I gave Ghost a beat CD. He never listened to it, but his man Sean Wiggs did listen to it, and he was the one who emailed me like a couple months later.
Damn. That's what's up, man. That's nice. That's what it takes, man.
I've been doing a lot of stuff like that, like going to places and just waiting for people, and like 99 times out of 100 nothing comes out of it, but sometimes like I said, sometimes you get lucky. Yep.
Okay, man. Well, I mean, so, in the intro I said that living in Amsterdam has not stifled your career. Was that show in Amsterdam, or did you come to the States?
Yes.
Wow.
It was in Amsterdam, but I come to the States a lot too, but that show was in Amsterdam.
Okay. And a lot of artists do go to Amsterdam too, right?
Yep.
Dope,
they like it out here.
I wonder why.
Okay.
Right. All right, man. Well, here on Beats Grinding Life, man, we're all about following greatness. They say if you model yourself after someone great, you may become great as well. So that's what we're doing here on Beats Grinding Life. We want to model you, Shroom, because you're doing great things. I want to know, man, what do you do in a typical day, so that way we can model our day after yours and one day become as great as you are.
Come on, man.
hey, man, you're doing more than me. You're doing more than a lot of beat grinders on here. So, man, we're looking up to you.
I appreciate that though, but I'm still, like I said, I'm still trying to make it myself. But like a typical day for me, like I usually get up like around 12, and then I first spend some time with my family, do stuff with my son, and then around 7 o'clock he goes to bed, and then I'll go in the studio and just start doing what I do, like just make beats or make samples, and I do that until like 5-6 in the morning, and then I go to bed. Nice. I take a couple breaks, like maybe I take an hour break, watch a TV show, get something to eat, and then usually I'm just working all night until like 6 in the morning, and then I go to bed, and then I wake up around 12 or 1, and then I do it again like that. Okay. Nice, man. My studio's at home, so, and I also think it's important to spend time with my family, so that's why I do it like that.
Well, man, I was gonna the next question was gonna be balance. Was gonna be about balance. How, it sounds like that's very important to you, to spend time with family, to do your music. Does that ever mix somehow, or do you just keep the two separated? I mean, as far as like the time, you're waiting until your son goes to sleep to work on music.
Usually, because like during the daytime when he's awake, like there's a lot of distractions for me. Like my wife will ask me like a million things to do, and my son too. So it wants attention too. So during the daytime, it's hard for me to work like at home. Sometimes I got sessions like in other studios, and then I go there if I have to be somewhere. But like usually I just do it like this because that just works for me.
Okay, that's what's up, man. All right, man. Well, this next portion of the interview we like to call In the Studio. We would all love to be there in Amsterdam working with you, but right now the airfare is a little too much, so we're gonna have to hold out and wait. But until that time, we're just gonna ask you questions about what goes on in your studio. So
okay.
All right, man. Let's get down. What do you do when you first start crafting beats? Do you have a ritual? Do you turn down the lights? Do you turn up the lights? Do you have a drink? Do you smoke something? What goes on when you first start making beats?
Oh, I don't know, man. It's different every time, but like I keep the lights kind of like low. Like I don't like bright lights too bright. Like I got like this lava lamp kind of thing, and got like a purple light. So there's like the vibe gotta be right.
Right. Okay. Nice. Well, man, sounds like the vibe is right. You know, I mean, a lava lamp definitely sets it off. You know, so the low lights. So, okay. Well, what do you do when you first?
I painted all my walls red because I like that.
Nice.
Yeah, like I said, the vibe got to be right. I got like some LP covers on the wall. I got one wall with like old pictures of like Curtis Mayfield, Al Green, like old Bob Marley, Sly Stone, the Supremes, George Clinton, like all black and white pictures. It's like a whole wall full of that, just like for inspiration.
Nice, man. Nice. Okay. Well, man, it sounds like your studio is looking nice, man. I said, I wish
for a home studio, it's alright.
Okay.
The vibe is right.
Right. For some reason, I have a feeling you're being modest when you said all right, but we'll find out exactly what's in there in a few minutes. So, all right, man. Well, is there anything that how do you start making beats? Do you start with your drums? Do you start with a sample? Do you start with chords, or does it even matter?
It doesn't matter, man. I never usually start with drums. I usually start with the sample, but I try to stay away from samples like lately. So I usually start with like chords or melody, anything.
Okay. All right, man. Well, what's a not so secret weapon you have in the studio?
I got a SSL channel strip that I use a lot.
Okay.
That I run like all my stuff through. That's like does a lot for my sound.
Nice.
And I got a Revox tape machine, reel to reel, that I use on a lot of stuff to make it sound warm and old.
Nice.
I use that on a lot of my on all of my samples.
Nice. That's what's up, man. I mean, what I like about that answer, man, is it's hardware. You know, you could have got the SSL software, you know, but you decided to go hardware with
I got that too, but it doesn't sound like the real thing.
Right. Yep.
This one is like a channel strip. They took it like out of a console, like out of a 5000 series, and they put it into a 19-inch rack. So it's like it's not even. They didn't even make it to be like a channel strip. It was just to be in the console.
Right.
But they took it out and made a 19-inch rack out of it.
Okay, man. Well, and also the 2-inch reel, man. I mean, to me, that gives you an advantage, you know, over anybody using just software. Like you said, it gives you that warm feeling when you're creating samples. It gives that
exactly.
That sample.
Like a lot of my samples, I want them to sound like old records, so that's why I use that. Like a lot of people like how my drum breaks and stuff sound, and it's like a part of it is because of that. Like because I use like a lot of analog stuff to make it sound like that.
Nice, man. Well, that's what's up, man. That's sounds like you're definitely a master of your craft, man. So
thank you, man.
Yeah. Okay, man. Well, can you tell us what else is up in your studio? What all do you have in your toolbox?
Not that much. I got a computer. I got some KRK speakers. I got an MBox 3. I got, like I said, the SSL channel strip, the Revox tape machine, Roland Phantom synth.
Nice.
I got a guitar, a Strat. I got a bass guitar.
Nice.
Got some bongos. That's about it.
Okay. Sounds like a great playground, man. You can go in there and have fun and create a lot of great stuff.
Yep.
Nice, man. So how good are you on the bass and the guitar? Have you been playing for a while?
Not too good yet. I started playing guitar like last year.
Okay.
So I'm still practicing, but I try to practice it like at least an hour a day.
Nice. Okay.
And I play a lot of stuff on my beats and on my samples. Because I even though I'm not the best guitar player, I still know how to make it sound good.
Right. That's what's up, man. Okay. All right, man. Well, Beat Grinders, if you guys found any interest in anything that Shroom said, you guys can go on beatsgrindinglife.com under Shroom's show notes, and I'll definitely provide links to some of that stuff. So thank you, man. All right. This next portion of the interview I like to call In the Mix. We're just going to speed things up a little bit. It's rapid fire.
Okay.
So I'll ask you a question. You spit the question back to me quickly. But if you need to take your time to thoroughly answer the question, man, we definitely understand, and we definitely encourage it. So you ready?
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
Okay. Do you prefer making beats with samples or without?
Wow. Actually, I prefer to make beats with samples just because of the sound of it. But lately, like I said, I don't really use that much samples anymore because I make my own samples and I try to make like my own samples that sound like something that I would sample.
Right. Okay.
Because like a lot of my placements, they got samples, and it was always a problem with publishing and stuff like that. So that's why I just right now I don't want to sample. I want to be the guy that makes the samples, but I still love sampling. Like if I make a beat, if I just want to make a quick beat, I love to like grab a sample and chop it up and add some drums.
Okay. I gotta. What does your record collection look like?
Oh, I don't even got no records, man.
Oh, what do you sample from? YouTube?
I sample from YouTube, movies, MP3s, everything I can.
Okay.
Everything I can like get my hands on.
And when you're making your samples, do you draw inspiration from other composers?
Oh, hell yes. Okay. Yes, hell yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Like sometimes I just listen to a sample and I just study like the original record, and I just study what's in there, and why it sounds like that. And I've been doing that a lot.
Nice. That's dope, man. That's a gem right there. Okay. All right, man. Well, I want to know what's your opinion on selling and leasing beats online.
Honestly, it's not really for me. I mean, like so far it hasn't been for me yet. I don't know, man.
Okay.
I like to make this exclusive shit for people, but I'm not hating on it. Like if it works for you, if you make money with it, then definitely do it. But I don't know, man. I never really thought it was for me.
Yeah. Okay. What's a plugin that you think every producer should have in their arsenal?
Like a mix plugin or an instrument?
Either or.
Oh, I think everybody should have like the Waves bundle.
Nice. That's a good answer.
Yeah, like the whole bundle, like everything in there is dope. So.
Yep. Indeed. Okay. I definitely agree with that. All right. Do you have a book that you think every producer should read? And it doesn't have to be music related, but it can.
Honestly, I don't really read books, man.
Okay. That's what's up, man. A book that is most commonly answered for this question is Everything That You Should Know About the Music Industry.
Okay.
Yes, something like that. But okay.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really like reading.
Okay.
I watch a lot of movies and shows and stuff, though, and documentaries.
Nice. Okay. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, is there an internet resource that you use that you think every producer could benefit from? And when I say internet resource, I mean a website or an app.
YouTube.
Nice. That's a great answer, man.
YouTube, man. Like you can find everything on there, and like I think Pensado's place is really good on there. But there's a lot of like good tutorials and stuff on there, so you just type in whatever you want to know, and I'm sure you'll find something about it.
Nice, man. Yeah, that answer has been said on here so many times, and it's for us, and it's because of a good reason. You know, YouTube is a great resource. So, all right, man. Well, here on Beats Grinding Life, man, we've made an executive decision. We decided to take all the president's faces off of Mount Rushmore here in America. There's 4 faces that go up on there, and we're gonna replace them with producers. I want you to tell me what 4 producers are going up on Mount Rushmore.
I think I already named them. George Clinton, Rick Rubin, the RZA, and Kanye.
Wow, man, that's an interesting mix right there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, all those guys are all different. All make different music. And they're all masters of their craft, man. That's what's up.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. I like that answer. George Clinton, haven't heard on here, so man, you're bringing something new to the table. I like that.
Okay, dope. Okay,
man. I want you to imagine that you just woke up from the perfect dream, and in that perfect dream, you had the perfect studio session. And in that perfect studio session, there was one artist, one co-producer to go along with yourself, one engineer, and one random person. Who are those 4 people gonna be?
Wow. One artist? Probably Jay-Z.
I like that.
Co-producer, probably George Clinton.
Wow.
Engineer, man, I got so many great engineering friends. Let's go with my homie Ryan West.
Ooh, okay.
And a random person, I don't know, my son.
That's dope, man. That's dope. I like that answer. Man, I mean, some interesting music would come out of that, but some dope music, I'm pretty damn sure, man. Jay with George Clinton and yourself, and then Ryan West on the boards, and your son, how old is your son?
He's almost 3.
Okay, I was gonna say he'll never forget it, but he might forget it. But
probably forget.
He'll probably forget it, but
he doesn't know any of those people.
Right. But man, just the experience, and you'll always be able to tell him the story of when he was in the studio with those people, man. That'd be great, man. That is a dream, man. Definitely. So okay.
Yep.
All right, man. Well, I want to know, what's your favorite song that you ever produced?
That's out already?
Yep. Or that's not even out. You can just tell us about it.
I got a lot of dope records that aren't out yet that I really like. I got some new stuff with Ghost and Killer Priest and Cappadonna.
Oh man.
But I think my favorite song that been out is Bang Bang. That's Sheek Louch and Pusha T.
Ooh. Damn, you did that?
Yep.
Okay. Wow.
And I thought that was gonna be like a huge record, but unfortunately they didn't like push it right, and nobody really heard it.
Yeah.
They were gonna shoot a video for it and stuff, but I don't know why that never happened. But that record could have been really big. I thought that was gonna be like my big break, but unfortunately it didn't happen.
Damn.
But that's a record I really like.
Okay. Well, man. Beat Grinders, you guys definitely go check that out, man. Wow. I mean, that's 2 legends right there together with Shroom.
Yep.
So, man. Okay. All right, man. Well, I want to know, what is an album besides one that you worked on that you recommend every producer listen to and why?
I don't know, man. There's a lot of good music, man. I think you should just listen to like a lot of different music than what you're producing.
Dope. I like that.
So I'm not gonna tell you like a specific album. Like, let's say if you make hip hop music, go listen to some rock music, go listen to some funk music, go listen to some soul music.
Nice. Okay. I love that answer, man. You know, I recently heard a professor at Berkeley University told his students, listen to music that you hate, you know, and just try to find one thing about it that you like. You know, you never know what can
that's
take.
a good one too.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Wow, man. So
Especially listen to music that's like so different from what you're doing.
right. Never know what you
You
can
might
draw.
get some ideas from there and put that, mix that with what you're doing, and come up with something new that's not there yet.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Okay. Well, man. Well, thank you for that advice, man. That's a gem right there.
Yep.
Okay. All right, man. Well, if you woke up tomorrow and you lost everything that you had except for your knowledge and $1,000, and when I say everything that you had, I mean your contacts, your equipment, just everything, man. What would you do in the next week to restart your career?
Probably buy a computer and a phone.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
That's all you need. What kind of software would you run in that computer?
Pro Tools.
Pro Tools.
Pro Tools.
Nice. Okay. I got a question for
I
you.
would
though.
probably download a cracked version
Okay,
first if I
see-
only got a G.
I was just gonna ask you that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's up, man. Yeah, with the phone, you can do you could even make beats on your phone now.
Yeah, you can, but like, I don't know, man.
Right.
Like the way I produce, I use a lot of engineering and sound design too, and you can't really do that like the way I do it on my gear. You can't really do it like that on your phone. I mean, you
got you.
can make a quick beat on your phone, but you can't like make like a full product, I think.
Right. I got you. Okay. Well, I want to know, man, what does legacy mean to you? Because one of these days, you're not going to be doing music, or I mean, I'm sure you're going to be doing music for the rest of your life, but it's going to come to an end. You know, I hate to say that, but what does it mean to you when it does come to an end? What do you want your legacy to be? Well, let me rephrase this. What does legacy mean to you? And when it's all said and done, what do you want your legacy to be?
Oh wow. I just want to be able to like produce like a lot of different genres of music. I don't just want to do hip hop. I want to be like great in like old genres that I really like, and I definitely want to score a movie too.
Dope.
So yeah, I just want to do as much as I can, man, before I end my career. But I probably just keep on going till I die, though.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what's up. Sounds like somebody that's in love with making music.
Hell yeah.
Well, so have you started making music besides just hip hop? Is there anything that we can hear that's out there that's not just hip hop?
Nothing that's really out there, but I like on my computer. Like, yeah, you can, if you check my sample packs, like if you go to my website and you can check out this sample pack called Vintage Gold. Those are like all songs, like records that you can sample, but they're like old soul records and old jazz records.
Nice. Okay, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, well, beat grinders, you guys definitely take this man's advice. Go check out his sample packs. Man, I haven't yet, but I definitely will within the next week or so. So which one should I get? If you had to recommend one to get, which one would you recommend?
Are you looking for like samples, or are you looking for drums?
I would be in the market for samples.
Then you should check out Vintage Gold.
Okay, nice.
And if you want to like drum breaks, you can check out like all my killer breaks or laid back breaks, or like all of them are pretty good. So
okay, nice. That's what's up, man. And like I said earlier, you know, Focus endorsed this guy and said that he's making some dope ass kits and dope ass sample libraries. So I mean, if you're hearing it from Focus, it must be good. So
yeah, a lot of people, a lot of big producers are using them right now. So
yeah, man, I saw a list on your website. Who are some? Can you tell them some other people that are using your stuff? I know like Cardiac.
Yeah, Cardiac uses them a lot. I also made like a couple beats with him. Elite, Alchemist, Graham Jones, S1.
Wow.
A lot of people, man.
Wow, a lot of legends in the
Deep
game,
Nuts.
man.
Yep.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. You know, on here on Beats Grinding Life, I always say, you know, birds of a feather flock together. You are who you surround yourself with. Man, you are surrounding yourself with some legendary cats, man. I mean, damn,
I'm trying to.
Yeah, man. Shit, you are, man. Not trying to, you are, man. So I mean, that's what's up, man. That's definitely tight. Okay. All right, man. Well, I'm just throwing in extra questions here, man, because I make my own samples as well, man. Well, I'm starting to. You know, I'm nowhere on your level. Okay. Not yet, but I want to know what does it take for somebody that wants to make their own samples? Do you have any advice at all?
Just make what you're good at, I guess. Like
nice.
if you're good at making melodies, then just make a sample pack with like a lot of dope melodies. Like if you're good at making drums, just make some drums. I don't know, man. Just do whatever you're best at, and just make sure that your shit is like as good as possible.
Okay.
Especially when you're starting out, your shit got to be like top notch if you put it out. Because if somebody checks out like one of your packs and they don't like it,
first impression,
they're probably never gonna check out any other one. So
right. Okay, that's great advice. I mean, I'm not doing it for sample packs, just for my own music for now, for me to sample myself. But that's definitely great advice.
So like then just make whatever you feel you need.
Okay, that's pretty simple right there. So all right, man.
That's how it is, though.
yeah, that is how it is. So okay, man. Well, what's the greatest piece of advice that you've ever received, and what advice would you have for all the beat grinders listening today?
I guess just don't stop, man.
Nice.
If you really want to do this, then just don't stop. Just keep doing it, man, and just like I said, just keep doing it, man. Just stay persistent. Okay.
Well, that seems to be the overriding theme in this interview, and just my relation with you, man. As far as persistence, you know, that, like I said, you definitely showed how persistent you are, and so if anything, man, we can definitely take that from you. So thank you, man. Thank you for that. Okay.
Thank you, man, for doing this, man.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. This is my love and joy, man. I love making music, and I love talking to other producers. You know, one reason why I started this is because I'm an introvert, and so I don't get out as much. All I do is just bang on keys and on pads, man. And so I wanted to talk to other producers that I felt could be mentors, man. And so this is one way that I'm doing it. So thank you.
You don't really sound like an introvert though. So you're doing something good.
Well, thank you, man. I'm great at disguising that. So, but thank you. But all right, man. Well, I want to know, man, if there's any more words that you have for the listeners. You can let them know now. Let them know what they should be listening to of yours. Let them know what they should be looking out for. I
guess just check out my website. It's called producedbyshroom.com, and I got some of my music on there. I got like a lot of sample packs on there, and I got a blog. It's called beatblogblog.com, and I got like a lot of articles on there that I wrote. Dope. With like a lot of tips and tricks for engineering and production.
Dope, man. Dope. Well,
but if you go to my website and you just click on blog, it will take you there too. So
okay. Well, that sounds like another internet resource right there, man.
Yep.
So
yeah. Hopefully you like it. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Well, we'll see, man. Well, thank you. I'll definitely be visiting. And man, I want to thank you again for the opportunity, for allowing me to interview you and pick your brain, man.
Okay, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah, no problem. And Beat Grinders, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. I really appreciate it. If you like this show, or if you found any value from it, please share it on social media and tag me and tag Shroom as well, and let us know what you guys thought about it. Also, rate and review this podcast on iTunes. The more you do that, the more the word gets spread and we can grow. And you guys know how it goes down. This week you have been mentored by Shroom, so you guys consider yourselves lucky. Hey, real talk, man. So you guys keep making beats, stay on your grind, and live life. Peace out.
Peace.
Here at Beats Grinding Life, we want to thank you for listening to another episode. We want to know, what were your biggest takeaways from this interview? Just go to beatsgrindinglife.com and leave a comment on this episode's show notes page. Also, while you are there, go subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. Just click the little button that says subscribe. If you could, please leave a rating and review. Rating and reviews are the best way to show your appreciation because it helps more people find out about the podcast. So until next week's episode, keep grinding.